Because especially if we're just gonna kick it.
Not that conversation.
Well, yeah, no.
And I was aware of
Yeah.
So, you know.
I was just
Not personal names.
That makes sense.
But
Yo, let's jam out real quick.
Elephant in the room.
Hey,
Just gonna ignore that for a second.
I need my bombs louder, sir. Bombs louder, please. Bombs louder, please. Hey,
Oh, Zach's vibing out here.
listen. I love playing good music, man. This is great. Oh, he's dancing to it. It's great, man. I wish I could see this guy, man. He looks good. Looking great and stuff.
Ever since we went out for my birthday, man, there's been
Lots of vibes.
A lot of vibey stuff. You know?
That's fair. I'll take it. Yo, welcome to another episode of the Gentlemen's Club Podcast. I am your boy, Cardell, a.k.a. Pedialyte Poppy, suffering heavily right now. Over there in the back, who is that?
Hi, guys. It's me, Zach. Welcome to another episode of the Gentlemen's Club Podcast, episode number 79.
Wow,
I want to take
sir.
a moment to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos from the Gentlemen's Club Podcast YouTube page. Please hit the notification bell to get notified for every time we upload a video, which is on every Tuesday and Friday.
Go off.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Asterisks.
Sometimes.
It's like Barry Bonds' home run record.
Of course.
You do your best.
Try.
But
Look who it is. Look who it is.
let me turn the volume up on this before I press the button.
Who are you?
I'm back.
There you go. Where'd
Guess
you go?
who's back? I left for a minute. I don't know. I left for a minute. I was in my studies, in my books.
Okay,
And
do
now
the
I'm
book
back. Well, I'm not. I'm only back for, the holidays, but
Of course.
I'm happy to be here.
As you should be.
We're happy to have you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We missed you and stuff.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. When I watch the podcast, I be in my feels,
I can't lie. Sitting next to that empty seat is really fucking difficult.
It makes me feel sad for
It
you.
hurt.
It makes me feel
Yo.
sad for you.
He tried to get me on camera, and I was like, yeah, no.
You thought about it, man. You were leaning into it.
Yeah.
You thought about it. Because you know what happens? If we get with Zach and we just kick it and we have a good time, if we step outside, Zach will start feeling better, and then he wants to, it's like, nah, I'll come sit over here. That's how you ended up getting the pictures. And you thought he was actually going to be on the pod.
I was excited. I was like, wow. Yeah.
Anytime that
That
happened, a couple
thumbnail.
people got excited.
That thumbnail was
was great.
deceiving.
Yeah, it was. But,
I'm a tease.
yeah, it's tough, man.
Big tease.
What has it been like? What's going on with you?
Man, so much. I feel like my life has totally changed, to be honest.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, because once you're a student now, I'm broke.
Okay.
But no, just my whole life revolves around school now.
Right.
I work at school and I'm there from 10 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah, studying my life away. But I love it. I actually really love it.
Really?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely awesome. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Round of applause again for you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
How's the love life going?
I intentionally did not ask that question upstairs.
I don't. It's going good. I will update you guys off camera.
Off camera. There's nothing that you can give us now.
I'm happy. I'm happy with the situation.
That's all that matters.
Okay. I'll take that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm definitely I guess I'm an East Coast girl, but everybody from the East Coast knows I'm not from there.
Really? They could tell?
That's how that works.
Yeah, they're all everybody asks me about my accent. They're like, where are you from? And I'm just
Really?
yeah.
I gotta
literally
go.
everyone.
I gotta go because I gotta see because people say that and I want to know what is it about how we sound?
But honestly, Boston, even just not only Boston, but New York, that area, they have a very specific, and I didn't really know about it until I moved there.
Right.
And it's really thick, thickums.
That Boston accent, you
Yeah.
won't hear that anywhere else. You will not hear that Boston accent anywhere
I
else.
like it though. I like the
New
Boston
York,
accent.
it's kind of
Yeah.
twangy almost.
I love New York accent. Yeah.
My wife does too. I can't stand it.
I should have been from New York. That's a different conversation.
Oh, in a past life.
Yeah, man. I rap like it.
You do rap like a New York rapper.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what that meant, but I feel you.
Well, it's the Mecca, man. That's just where
Okay.
all the nice ones are. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
Yeah.
we did the Thailand episode.
I watched it, guys, on pins and needles. Like, I watched it.
It's thinking of you the whole time.
Of course.
Wait, well, I'm sorry. What is his name again?
Darius.
Shout out to you, Darius. Shout out to
Get a round
you.
of applause for my man. Did you happen to have any collective thoughts?
Yeah, I had a few things to say.
Okay. Let's
No.
let's do it. Because I was curious to hear your thoughts, and we didn't reach out to you. We wanted it to be exactly
Right.
how
Yeah,
it was.
authentic.
So yeah, of course. So how do you feel about the situation? What were your thoughts? What were your takeaways?
First of all, I just want to say it was such an entertaining episode. Like, it was really entertaining. So shout out to you guys.
For sure, we tried.
I will say, I'm first and foremost, I'm happy for him. Okay.
Of course.
I'm really happy for him. I hope everything works out.
Okay.
Again, like aside from that,
Right.
there was a lot of misogyny going on in that conversation,
For sure.
and also
Think so?
what he said. I was like, there's 2 points that I want to make. Okay, one was the nagging comment, like that his girl don't nag. I'm like,
The N-word, man. I knew that was gonna.
yes,
I knew that was gonna trigger you.
right.
I knew it was gonna trigger.
you're
you.
right, the N word. That's right. Y'all don't even know each other. You got a lot of time to nag. And also, like, is your girl not nagging because you guys aren't in the same place? Is she not nagging because there's a language barrier? Is she not nagging because of a lot of, power dynamics there, right?
Interesting. Okay.
That's number one for me.
Number one.
And then number 2 is, I think, like, I just had a problem with some of the things he said about cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, I realize that can be triggering because it's always mentioned and highlighted.
Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised at how important it can be, though.
Sure.
That's kind of my only point. Like, you would be surprised. Most people don't clean. Most people don't cook.
Yeah.
Like, even if they have a partner, like, trying to do that is a task. Not everybody is just waking up and saying, okay, today we're going to clean and we're going to cook. It's just not as common as most people think.
Oh, for sure. And I think, like, that's a great quality for anyone to have. Like, if your man cooks for you, like, if your partner can cook or, like, keeps their house clean,
Yeah.
that's a great quality. It's the way he said it.
I got you. That's fair.
Because, like, you kept asking him, like, what is it about her? What is it about her? And then he was like, well, she cooks and cleans. And, like, that was where, and I was like, do you cook and clean for her?
Yeah. That, I heard you. I respect it.
But yeah, mind you, that's all. Like I said, like, I think that he has a lot to learn because they haven't been in the same place. So you'll know how a relationship functions after a period of time, and
True.
things will shift.
True.
She can't do that for you for the rest of your life, and she's never gonna get upset with you or like, quote unquote, nag you. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Like,
That honeymoon phase.
exactly.
It ends in all relationships. To where it's like, all right, yeah, all that little stuff that you used to do that I thought that you did that I always said was cute, that's just mad annoying now.
Yeah. So we just got to give it time.
It happens in all relationships. It's just how do you handle it?
Right.
Right.
And I think I'd mentioned this to him. I don't remember if I mentioned this on camera or off camera, but I told him, I says, moving to the States, I mean,
Yeah.
she will change.
I'm curious to see on how much and how.
Yeah. Like even if you have that, keep who you are and all that other stuff. And,
Right.
And it sounds great.
Right.
But it's a culture shock.
Yeah, that's
Of
true.
course.
As much as it was a culture shock for him to be out there, it's going to be a culture shock for her.
True.
And also, like, when he was out there, like, he was a guest to her. So, like, you're on your P's and Q's because, like, first of all, like, it clearly she wanted this marriage to happen. So,
Best representative is
right,
forward.
exactly. And, like, and again, like, if somebody, no matter who, like, if you came to visit me, like, where I live, like, I would be on my P's and Q's. Like I'd be cooking and cleaning and making sure everything is good.
I just got an invite.
Yeah, you guys can totally come.
Second we're out that door, she's like, oh my God, thank God I ain't gonna do that shit no more.
I'm gonna go back to nagging.
Right.
Okay.
That's funny.
No, but you get what I mean. So
yeah, of
like,
course.
I feel like it's just. I think he's, and again, not just him, but like in this situation, like you got to be
People be
realistic.
excited. Yeah, you be excited though when it happens like that.
You don't really know your partner or really anybody until you live with them.
Yeah.
Not when you just stay with them for a couple weeks.
Right.
Because you can get a kind of a glimpse of it, but
No, it's lit when I get the little drawer and I'm staying there for a couple days. It's lit. Everything's
lit.
great. It's like, no, I can do this.
the drawer is a big deal. I remember when I gave
key.
when I was in my old house and I gave the key and the drawer. I cleaned out all my. We're not gonna say what was in the drawer before.
Yeah.
But I cleaned out my stuff and I was like, "Yeah, this drawer is for you." And she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, keep
It's
your
a
little,
moment.
keep your little stuff."
It is, and it's
Here's a key. Let yourself in. Just like
it starts getting serious after that point. Then you got to really think about it. It's just like, okay, so I'm gonna start living with you. It's like, wait, can I do this with you for real? Like long term? Like if we're gonna start living together, like could I see myself marrying you? Do I love you like that?
And I think like what I have the issue with too is like if the qualities that you like about somebody are conditional, then that's where I have the problem. Because like if this changes what if the roles switch, right? In this situation, because maybe she has to come and work or in any situation, if the roles reverse, if that's something you really appreciate about a person, those things are going to change.
True.
Because like I said, I mean, like think about even like, okay, if I was like, dating somebody and they were like a house husband and then they wanted to is that the right term?
no, it's a house husband. I was gonna
House
hit
husband?
I was gonna hit the applause button, but I
What is a house husband?
Like a housewife, but a house husband. Like he stays home with
Stay
the
home.
kids.
Yeah.
Yo,
stay
hey,
home dad.
hey, that's an underrated job. That shit's fire.
Holler.
you said it.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's an underrated job, and it is fun to do.
I couldn't do it.
It's fun for the moment, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, what if that's something I really loved about them, that when I came home, the meal was made and it was clean, and then they wanted to work.
Yeah.
If that's what I loved about them,
It changes.
then that's going to hurt our relationship. If that's what the only thing that I wanted in the relationship was their role. That's all that's all I'm trying to say.
I got you. That's fair enough.
But I wish them the best. I really do.
As you should.
And it was like very entertaining. I'm glad he came on. It was really hilarious.
I was just shocked. I couldn't.
Yeah, no, that was the most shocking podcast episode I've ever done. And I'm not saying that in a negative light, but it was like I did not expect the bombshells
At all.
Because for those that do not know, because I don't think we talked about this like on air. We did not know that they were married when he sat down in that chair.
We thought it was a
and
pregnancy.
we hit the.
To
We
be
thought it was a
honest,
pregnancy. I ain't gonna hold you.
100%.
And I was about to be like, cut the camera. Cut the camera.
I would not have cut the.
Yeah, I know. The game would just
Too
let it go.
juicy, too juicy.
Of course.
No, but yeah, it was very entertaining and interesting, But
Fair enough. Yo, there was a point we were talking about remember the last episode that we did when we were talking about the Brittany Renner thing?
Yes.
Do you remember the last topic that we didn't really get into?
No.
Damn it. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was the people who really love and how they dive into it.
I don't remember that being it, but we can absolutely get into that.
I mean, we might as well.
Yeah.
Like if we're just kicking it. I'm curious.
Speaking of, before you go into that,
Yeah.
Amanda, have you seen season 3 of You?
I haven't. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's all right.
busy doing big girl shit.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't
yeah.
binge watched a show in a minute.
She is incredibly busy. That's
Yeah.
that's
But I know the premise of the show, and I've definitely watched like highlights. You know
course.
what I mean? Like
Right.
I've definitely I'm up to date. With what's going.
The
What's
internet.
yeah.
I got you. Interesting.
I find him attractive. Not the
Really?
not the stalking situation,
But
but
just how he looks, you find him attractive? I used to
I
find,
do.
I used to find Love attractive. I don't think I feel the same way about her anymore.
well, when you watch somebody go through a meltdown right in front of your very eyes, that kind of
But to be real, like her personality, like off camera, who she is as a person,
dope.
she's really attractive in that area. All right, but we were talking about the whole people who like love,
Yeah.
wear their heart on their sleeve. Can you relate?
I don't love. I think I get really attached to a person that I love, but I don't necessarily like seek out. Like I'm not a type of person like go to relationship or
Okay.
like just love the idea of love.
What do you guys think? I'm trying to think of how I want to word this. How does that affect people as they go through life? Because I want to say that I originally started off as one of those people.
Yeah.
I love love. I love the idea of I want to do cute shit with you every time I get a chance. But that shit hurts as time goes on. And now I be trying to avoid that shit. I'm not trying to do it with you too soon because I know that there's a good chance that this is going to fall apart and not work out.
I think the problem with like the loving love too much is that you're seeking it in every situation.
Right.
So you'll fall into because people, like, if you give someone attention, most likely they're going to bite back, right? Like, if you cast a line, some fish is going to bite.
On in.
Right.
Like, somebody's going to bite, and they're probably not what's, like, the best for you if you're not just being genuinely yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people go out there seeking, like, if they just want a relationship, they're seeking it anywhere. So they're not going to find a genuine person who just attracted to them.
True.
They're going to find someone who also wants the relationship, wants love.
True.
Versus someone who may just be good for them.
Well, sometimes it's not even the genuine part. It's people not being honest with themselves.
Expound.
Expound.
Yeah.
So when you're dating somebody that's not good for you, and not necessarily that they're a bad person, but there's red flags.
Yeah.
And again, when I say red flags, I just mean things that aren't good for you as an individual. They may be great for somebody else, but they're just not good for you. When you love and you're kind of desperate for that feel, you will very much so ignore those red flags. I am a human being that has done this, by the way. You will very much so ignore.
No way.
Shut up.
All right.
I feel like if you're not a human being, if you haven't done that.
You will ignore the red flags to the point of it's like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't really care about this. You start lying to yourself about what your standards are and what it is that you're looking for. And then finally you'll have like some sort of a epiphany or rage fit or something along those lines. And you're like, I really cannot stand this about you. And this is like the bulk of who you are.
Yeah.
Yo, there's like a burnout that comes from that though. Like, I think that's the space that I've been in. It's like all the little cute things that you can do in a relationship, those small little moments that make somebody think, and they'll actually look at you like, all right, you might be the one. Like, you get burnt out from doing that after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I was single for 3 years straight because of that burnout.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's forever for me.
So you say like you give too much, like off the jump.
Yeah. I didn't even go.
Wow, the pain in your eyes. Like, I just saw that.
Wow.
I'm
Thank
so
you for that.
sorry.
The game is the game, man. And it's like, it's burnout, man. It definitely comes with it.
I think that's really hard too, because I do resonate with that. Like, I feel like I'm not the type to get like easily swayed.
Okay.
But I do give my all if I really care about somebody. Like, I give my all into it.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really hard because I guess, like, especially in this new, I hate saying this, but, this new age, new day and age, I feel like you really, like, it's not cute to be clingy, or it's not cute to be
It's
like.
no longer cool to do.
Yeah, it's no longer cool.
Right.
But it's like.
Fuck that.
Yeah, right.
Just fuck it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you try to be cool, especially when you're dating, right? You just try to be like, I'm cool, I don't need you. But I feel like that vulnerability is what makes connections, right?
It does.
Vulnerability and honesty.
And communication. And,
The way he said that.
Communication.
goodness. That's terrible.
No, I said it like that for like I may not always come across as vulnerable, but I'm always honest with my wife, and I think sometimes she kind of wishes I was a little bit more vulnerable. Hello? Okay. I think sometimes she wishes I was a little bit more vulnerable in like open stages, even though she's not a sappy person. But it's like, I'm going to always be honest with you. I'm going to always be honest.
What do you mean by vulnerable? Like, she wishes you were more vulnerable in what way?
I'm curious as well. Because
I feel like you're like open though. He's closed off.
If I can be honest, Zach's very private. Like, in all areas of his life.
Are you hurt in this bromance as well?
A little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. But I bring it up to him often. I really do bring it up to him often. It's like, you're a very private to yourself kind of guy. So I am kind of curious how that translates over into your relationship, sir.
So like your feelings could be private. Like, you don't express those either.
Zach can talk. Like he loves to talk, but at the same point in time, he's very private.
Sounded like a underhanded compliment a little bit.
I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Right.
I guess it's like I don't do a very good job of going out of my way to say necessarily what I'm feeling.
Okay.
I will show it when it feels appropriate or I feel like it's needed, but like I don't go above and beyond, and that's something that I am trying to work on, I guess, because I can understand how it makes her feel sometimes. The rest of you I don't care about. But,
you hold it in. Like if something's bothering you, you hold it in.
no, I'm actually talking about like the other way.
Okay.
Like the overly loving and like
okay.
you know, the overly showing of affection. There was points when I was like that in my life, don't get me wrong, but jadedness has overcome me and a little bit, and just kind of older, and I don't want to say maturity is a part of it, but just not having that same level of energy that I used to.
Does it come with age?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It does. I mean, part of it is age, and part of it is chasing around a 1-year-old all the time. So I am a little bit tired, but at the same time, that's the love of my life.
Are you do you like do you tell Jaden like that kind of stuff? Like, do you communicate with him and you know what I mean? Like,
yes, I know what you mean, and I do. And I guess my reasoning for that, this is going to sound like an excuse, and call me out if necessary. My son needs as much reinforcement at this stage of his life to set him up long term.
so does your wife.
Yes. I saw that coming.
Sorry, I
saw that coming. Yes.
It was like an alley-oop.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
No, definitely. So, no, I that's something that I need to get back.
I'm just kidding. But yeah. No, but that's I think I've used that analogy before too. Where it's like if you would say it to a child, like if you think it would be detrimental to a child to not tell them that you love them and that you're proud of them and that they care for you, it'd be just as detrimental to your partner.
Fair enough.
Even though I understand what you mean, like they're at a pivotal stage where this could be traumatic to them. But I think I feel like just in your relationship too, like if you're 1 or 2 years in, it's kind of a pivotal moment for you.
That's a fact.
And you're like newlyweds too. So it's like a pivotal moment in your relationship to keep growing and to, I just made that analogy. Okay. Write it down. Put it in the book.
I'm curious, man. What's Boston like?
It's very different than here. Like it's like even the culture is very different, I would say. Okay. People are rude and disrespectful, but I love that. Like I love the attitude.
Really?
Yeah.
It fits with you.
Yeah, I don't need you to be like overly friendly, so I'm with that. But I don't know. I know this isn't like really entertaining, but the streets, what is going on there? Like what is going on there is terrible. The streets are terrible. Like there's hella one-ways. The rent is expensive. It's super just grown things that are like terrible.
Right.
But it's a beautiful city. I mean, it's a little racist. I'm gonna be honest with that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's super racist.
I think we talked about that before you left.
That's interesting.
It's like where Columbus supposedly
Landed.
Yeah, and gave everybody smallpox. Like that's where. So
That's where COVID came from.
They can. Oh my god. They can tell you which rock that he stepped on first.
Really?
Yeah, there's a monument and whatnot.
And it's still standing?
Yeah, I mean, there's in Boston, because it's one of the first cities. It's very historic, which I think a lot of people from there, they know all about it. But when I moved there, I was like, oh, I didn't know that this is where, I'm trying to think of somebody John Hancock signed the, you know what I mean?
Signed the Declaration and shit like that.
That kind of stuff. I think I was in Philadelphia. I'm lying. But, those kind of things. Paul Revere, he did something in Boston.
Something dope.
He said the redcoats are coming. Those kind of stuff. So
Redcoats are coming.
is that the word? Is that it?
I don't know.
I think it was the British are coming, but it might have been the Redcoats.
That's close.
Yeah, but what I do love, I'll say this about the East Coast. you can get everywhere like very quickly. So like I've already visited so many states. I went to Canada.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like when you
Oh, yeah,
got to
you're right
Boston, it was just like, okay, now she's here, and then now she's here. It's like, yo, where did you actually go? I was kind of confused for a second. I was gonna hit you like, yo, where did you actually land at?
Right.
Like, what are we
That-
doing?
That Upper East Coast, man, you can get to everywhere.
So dope.
Really?
Like from
Yeah.
where you're at, how far is Philadelphia?
You know, that's a little farther, but it's like I could drive there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could easily drive there. Philadelphia is a little farther, but like I can go to New Hampshire in one day. I can go to Vermont in one day. I literally went to Montreal, like in Canada, in 5 hours.
Really?
I went to Maine. Yeah, Rhode Island. I can go like anywhere, which is so awesome.
So you're just getting your travel on?
Period.
Really?
Yeah. And like, yeah, you have to have a car and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been to New York a few times. Like I'm out here.
And it's a day trip.
It's a day trip. Yeah.
Absolute day trip.
Really?
It's really cool. Like Illinois is just like a giant state of nothingness. So
It's Chicago and nothing else.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not
exactly. Like it's just like cornfields and stuff, but like the East Coast is very like beautiful and like mountainous. You know, it's just I really love it.
You were saying that you feel like a different person.
Yeah.
I'm curious about what's going on with that. Like, what's changing in you that's making you feel like that?
I'm gonna get sappy.
Let's do it.
So I've been working up to this goal for a very long time. I've always wanted to get my master's.
Okay.
And it was really important to me. And it always felt out of reach because of like money situation and like, you know, how am I going to take off 2 years of my life to do this?
Right.
And also like, you know, my parents didn't go to college and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. It's just like when you don't have those resources, it seems harder.
Yeah. It's far out of sight.
Sure.
I get you.
So, yeah, like I finally got this opportunity to do something I've always wanted to do.
Right.
And I feel very like I turned 30.
Got a haircut.
I got a haircut on accident.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's dive in there.
What happened?
So with Boston, right? Like my hairdresser out here, Andrea, shout out to her, Andrea.
Shout out to her.
I've been going to her and I trust her. And just like, I'm sure you guys can relate to this, like, especially with your barber, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't mess that hairline up.
Sacred relationship, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's a
So, like, the same thing. So, when I got out there, like, I needed a haircut and, like, they cut my hair so short. I was devastated.
Really?
Quarantine in my house.
Really?
I was just, like,
I was
devastated.
seeing bad pictures. I was like, okay, she got the cut. She like it.
No, but you know what? I had to embrace it.
Okay.
Because it was my birthday. So, I had to embrace it.
Right. That's fair.
That cut happened right before your birthday?
Right before.
Devastating. Yes.
You was bent up about it, I'm sure.
Oh, I literally called Sam and I was like, I look like Lord Farquaad.
Wowzers.
But you know what? It's just hair.
Right, of
It's
course.
just a cut. It doesn't
Whatever.
change who I am, right? Of
course not.
So maybe it was what I needed. You know what I mean?
I like that.
It's an episode of Boy Meets World where Topanga cuts her own hair.
Right.
Haircut. Man, that's a classic show. I
But-
gotta watch that shit again.
You know, that is one of the best shows.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll take it.
Oh my God. Sorry. I just need a moment for that. Fine. But anyways,
Hell no.
it's very like every woman knows this. Like you cut your hair when you going through like a big life change, like after a breakup or like a new monument
I
thing.
can't lie. That's what I thought was going on.
No, it was a freaking total accident.
It's that or you dye red.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
man. Oh man.
I've done that as well.
Have you really?
Yeah, dyed it red.
Interesting.
Got to. But yeah, like it was. I don't know. It's a big year for me. 30, moving out,
Right.
doing everything I wanted to do. I'm still broke, and that still sucks. But I'm still living. Like I'm really excited for like me to graduate and
course.
you know have this moment.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Where we at on time?
29.
We'll come back to y'all. We're gonna kick it some more. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to us being able to just kick it and just talk. And this is pretty much a recap. Mm-hmm. So we'll come back to you. And this has been the Gentlemen's Club Podcast. I haven't done that in a long time.